Good morning, this is Peter Burns, and today's subject of this video is to speak about the classic Millennial Queen candidate. As we've explored in earlier videos and on many blogs, I created a brand new legacy adventure, that's what I call it, the Millennial Queenmaker Project. You may see everything at millennialqueenmaker.com. Specifically, I take millennial women who demonstrate the most promise of maximizing receiving my help. I'm talking about resources, financial, select industry experts, vendors, mentorship, and I put them into a business of their own. Through my 45 years, oh my gosh, I'm old, of starting 150 companies of my own, I may well be the country's foremost expert in startup ventures. And I can attest to the fact that my tuition, quote unquote, of what works and what doesn't has caused me literally millions of dollars. That same experience made me a multimillionaire at the age of 22, over 4 decades ago, and provided me a lifestyle and freedom that most only dream of. It's time for me to give back, and that's why this legacy project, the Millennial Queenmaker Program, is at the top of the list for me right now to concentrate on. The steps to my program are pretty simple. First, I'm introduced to worthy candidates who either have their own business idea or want to become the project manager of any of the many vetted ideas that I have under my new projects at my website. My personal website is peterjburns3 at peterjburns3.com. Please check it out. Look at the new projects tab to see some of the businesses that are available for potential millennial queens. Next, a thorough analysis of the financial status and creditworthiness of the young lady is performed, and a complete restructuring of their credit if needed. Repair enhancements performed through Midas Financial, who's one of my strategic partners and a foremost experts in the field. Upon review of the corrected and enhanced where necessary financial picture provided by Midas Financial, we then determine how much money I can lend through my Burns Funding company. My financial company's aggregated approximately $1.5 billion in unsecured debt financing available to qualified borrowers. The approved funding limits are then matched with a comprehensive analysis of the proposed startup costs, create a suitable living wage for the young millennial queen in training, and certain vendors are selected to give the highest and best return of that millennial queen's business venture, and then we bring in all of the management and mentoring to help the millennial queen on her path to financial independence through the ownership of her own business. Through the developing relationships with some very large mentoring groups of women entrepreneurs, I'm able to assist these young women with women who are more mature who have been in business for a while. I'm looking at a couple of large groups like C200, which is the largest group of most powerful female CEOs in the world, whose combined membership did $1.6 trillion worth of sales just last year alone. The 5-time chairwoman of that organization and I are friends. We went to Harvard Business School together long ago, and that organization is stepping up to the plate to help us, as well as Boss Babes, which is another incredible opportunity for millennial women to be mentored and educated through women like themselves. They've had 100,000 young women have gone through their program so far. So I'm working with both of those to step in and help these millennial queens in the making. Specific agreements are then prepared, executed, bank accounts opened, funding is arranged, etc., etc. We basically take over the operation of the business until and when the young millennial queen is able to take on that business responsibility herself. In the meantime, she is earning a living wage with the money I lend her so that she can work in her own business while she's training to be able to take it over. Entrepreneurship is the backbone of the United States, indeed the world, and we are beholden to the entrepreneur class, so to speak. Well, I'm doing my best to help that entrepreneur class include the millennial women who have been shortchanged with the economy and all the other stuff that's going on out there. And we're going to give them a chance to get on their feet and to be productive citizens and business ownership in their own name and move forward with the rising tide of entrepreneurship in the United States. Thank you very much. This is Peter Burns.